Today we will discuss about the first topic of political science, Union Legislature. Union Legislature is also called as the Parliament or Sansad. It consists of President and two houses. So first we will discuss about the President. President is the integral part of Indian Parliament. Though he is the integral part, he cannot discuss or take part in the discussion of the Parliament. President is the constitutional head of Indian Union. He is the supreme commander of Indian Defence Force. Like that, there are so many powers given by the constitution to the president. So we will discuss only the legislative power, since president is the integral part of the Indian Parliament. So first power is summons and prorogue the house. Summons means to call the meeting of the house, and prorogue means to discontinue. He dissolves Lok Sabha whenever situation arises. He called joint session of the Parliament. He addressed first session of the Parliament after every year and after election. He assigned the bill. He issued ordinances whenever there is need for the law. Like that, there are so many powers given by the Constitution to the President. You please refer page number 66 for detailed information. Now we discuss about the two houses of the Parliament. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are the two houses of the Parliament. Lok Sabha is also called as the House of the People or Lower House, whereas Rajya Sabha is called Upper House or Council of State. Here, the Lok Sabha, election of Lok Sabha is direct election, where election of Rajya Sabha is indirect. Why it is called direct? Because the members of Lok Sabha are elected by the citizens of India who has completed 18 years and above, whereas members of Rajya Sabha are elected by the elected members of State Legislative Assembly, Vidhan Sabha, and that's why it is called as the Council of State, and here the election is indirect. Now we will discuss about the different features of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So first the composition. Lok Sabha has not more than 550 members, where Rajya Sabha has not more than 250 members. Out of these 550, 530 are represented by the states and 20 represent the union territories. Here present strength we will discuss. Lok Sabha, present strength of Lok Sabha is 543. Out of these 543, 530 are represented by the states of Indian Union and 13 are represented by union territories. So it comes to 543. So present strength of Rajya Sabha is 245 members. Out of these 245, 233 are represented by the states assemblies and 12 are nominated by the President of India. So nominated member we discuss here. President nominates 2 members from Anglo-Indian community to the Lok Sabha, whereas President nominates 12 members from different fields in the field of art, literature, science, technology, sports to the Rajya Sabha. For example, Sachin Tendulkar is a nominated members of Rajya Sabha from the sports. Now qualification, first main qualification for both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, he must be the citizen of India. Age qualification for Lok Sabha, he must complete 25 years of age, whereas Rajya Sabha 30 years of age. That term, tenure. Here the tenure term of Lok Sabha is 5 years and the tenure of member of Lok Sabha is also 5 years. But Rajya Sabha don't have the tenure. It is called permanent house. Why it is called permanent house? 1/3 members of Rajya Sabha retire after every 2 years and same number are replaced through the election. That's why it is called as a permanent house. Then official of Lok Sabha are called speaker and deputy speaker. In absence of speaker, deputy speaker enjoy the position of speaker. Here official of the Rajya Sabha are called chairman and deputy chairman. Here one point you have to keep in mind, Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. That means chairman is not elected. One who is a Vice President of India, automatically he is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. That's why Vice President of India is called ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha, and deputy chairman is elected among the members of Rajya Sabha. Now reservation for Lok Sabha present, there is a reservation for scheduled castes and scheduled tribe. Present Lok Sabha, scheduled caste consists of 84 seat reservation and scheduled tribe having 47 seats for reservation. Now we will discuss about the power of speaker in short. First power to preside the meetings of Lok Sabha. He preside over the joint meeting of Parliament. He certify money bill. It's a very important power of the speaker. Then he conduct business of the house. Likewise, he also permit the members to call the question like that. There are so many powers for the speaker of Lok Sabha. You refer page number 69 for detailed study. Now we discuss about the powers of Union Legislature. The main function of Union Legislature is to make law or to pass law. So Union Legislature, according to the Constitution, is empowered to pass laws on the subject mentioned in Union List and the Concurrent List. And that is given in the division of power. Here I have shown the three lists. Union List consists of 97 subjects, Concurrent List consists of 47 subjects, and State List consists of 61 subjects. Union government or Parliament has power to pass law or to make law only the subject mentioned in Union List and the State List. Now we discuss about the legislature procedure, how to pass the laws. So first is quorum. What is quorum? Quorum means the minimum strength of the Parliament to run the business, which is called as the quorum. And according to the Constitution, 1/10 of the total member is the quorum of the House. To start the business of the House, minimum 1/10 members should be present in the House. Then bill means the procedure of the bill. It is ordinary bill or money bill. Ordinary bill means the bill which does not have the income and expenditure of the government is called a ordinary bill, and money bill means the income, revenue and expenditure of the government is called as the money bill. So here the bill which is ordinary bill which is passed in the Parliament, it has to go through three stages. First stage, second stage and third stage. It is also called as the first reading, second reading and third reading. In the first reading, the bill is introduced with aims and objective. It may be introduced by the target member of the House or any minister. After introduction, since the bill is passed over the introduction by the Parliament, it is passed to the next stage, that is the second stage, that is the second reading. In the second reading, bill is discussed with clause by clause, with aims and objectives, and here small committee may be appointed to study the bill in detail, and also the subcommittee may be appointed. After second stage, bill is sent for the third stage, that is the third reading, and in the third reading, the bill is put for vote, and by simple majority, bill get passed. Here one point you have to keep in mind, that whenever bill start, even in which house, in the same house, bill should be introduced for the passing of law. Like that, here we have discussed about the different procedure of Indian legislature. Like that, there are also parliamentary measure to control the executive. You can refer this from your textbook. Thank you.